Hello, we are back again. It is actually Sunday. I didn't take any video yesterday. I gamed last night, did some other stuff, and we'll talk about that. But what I just did is I pulled two orders, both pretty small. These are the new pieces here, just minifig parts, hair pieces, one head, two different torsos, three torsos total, and then these armor pieces. These are kind of cool. And you'll see these again because they bought all I had new red ones, and I bought the black and dark gray ones I had that were used. There's a different armor piece here that they bought. That's kind of neat. This shield is pretty cool. Some legs, a whole bunch of different heads. They actually bought 4 of that head, although I have to double check because I think it was supposed to be 3, so maybe it's wrong, or maybe one of them is sliding. I tried to line them up. See, I think these are the same heads, and one, I'll double check. These pauldron type thing, or these shoulder guards, a plain trans red head, a couple of wings, skeleton legs. So that's pretty cool. Down here, very strange order. These tiles here, 4 of the one and 2 of the other, and then these 3 goblets. That's it. That's all I bought. The goblets were like $1.12 a piece though, so they're getting up there in price. So we're gonna get these 2 packed. I also have like 5 orders for people in Lug and an order for Bricks Rock, all to get prepared for the meeting tomorrow night. None of them seem to be particularly large, so it shouldn't be a big problem. I'll probably pull all of them, or maybe all but the Bricks Rock at the same time, just because I don't have a lot of room on the card. I can do 5 orders. I think I've done 6 sometimes. I'll take a look at the quantities and see if I can do that easily. But that's what that is going on. I do have another order that's already pulled for somebody in the Lug that is going to go tomorrow as well. I did have help on Friday, and I think I mentioned that we did some quality control of the 1x4, which is over here now. They completely did the blue 1x4 here, and then they were working on the red ones here. I have to see, let's see, I think, yeah, I'll have to double check exactly what the status is of those. And then also up here, I believe these are the light gray ones, not the light bluish. So those are done as well. So yeah, we're getting close there for that. And then what did I do? I also did some stuff. I went and added parts to the store. Actually, I got a message from Bricks Rock. They were looking for a specific part. They needed, I think, 6 of them. I only had a couple in the store, but I checked the store I had bought, and sure enough, they had a bunch, so I added it. I'm probably not going to be able to find the exact drawer that part was in, but I did add a bunch of parts because of that. Like, I added a bunch of these. I had some, but I had to switch it to a different container because it didn't fit in the other container anymore. And just a whole bunch of other stuff through here. Well, I'd say a whole bunch, not a ton, but a good chunk. I also added in the corner pieces that I was working on. I was pretty sure I showed that I was working on those, although if not, then here we go. Let's see, these types of corner pieces, and this drawer actually was half full, and I added to it, so it's now a full drawer, or more or less a full drawer. So that stuff went through here, and so I got those 2 files up. And so yeah, this first column is getting quite empty. I've got the 1x1s in here. I've got some empty zip bags in these. That one's empty. That one, this one has 2x2 brick in it. And I have some 2x brick that's sorted partly, so I'm not going to worry about this because I'll just add it to that. More 2x brick down here. I think that's all that's in here. It's 2x3. That was 2x2. And what do we have in here? These are longer brick. So really, at this point, this column is done for what I'm going to do immediately. Now we're getting into some plate, and I've already done the 1x plate recently, and it's not going to come up anytime soon, so that stuff will get done. And then in here, some 2x plate. I think that stuff's also been done recently, so a lot of this will get worked on. I have a small smattering of parts that were in a couple of the drawers. The longer 1x bricks, that a couple of them got missed, and then some 1x plate as well. So these are all ready to go. I have to double check the quality on these, count them, and same thing for the yellow, and then we'll get this file up. So these files are going to be a lot smaller, and they'll be moving quicker, and that's a good thing. And that's all I got. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and we'll see you in the next clip. Hello, I'm back again. It's a little later on Sunday night, and I just pulled 5 orders. These are all for people in the lug that'll get delivered tomorrow at the meeting. Top order, this one here. Lots of the trans brown, used to be the trans black, 1x1 round tiles, 1x1 plates, cheese wedges. Those are all new. Plus over here you've got 1x1 plate, 1x2 plate, more cheese wedges. Also got these, couple of these kind of strange snot pieces. I kind of like these. I had 14 of these. He bought 13. The only reason he didn't buy 14 is because this person here bought 1, which is back there. And then the trans neon orange, I had a few that were actually new. So yeah. And then a couple other pieces, these little 1x1 rounds with the bar at the top, some 2x2 round plate, and then these kind of like, they use these for some of the astromech droids, the heads, but not all of them. So, you know, we got those. This order, very black, gray, and yellow. All sorts of stuff going back there. Bars, plates, wedges. These Technic pieces, only a couple of these. But still, got those. And then the third order, red and white with a little bit of reddish brown right there, and light bluish gray back there, and some white. Oh, and there's some sand green hiding down here, some 2x4 sand green right there. Very simple parts. They did get some of these, which are the 1x5 plate. That's kind of fun. Then the last, well, second to last order, this one down here, kind of a very colorful order, and all of them are new. So they're all, I double checked it, and so that's kind of where they're moved around a little bit. They used to be more centered to the front, but just simple pieces for the most part. Plates, tiles, a couple of these clips here, slopes, a couple of those slopes here, and then one snot piece back there. And then the last order, some Technic beams with the holes in the sides, some lift arms, these 2 pieces, which apparently are like, they hold note paper or something. I don't really understand. I think they were in the store I bought. I'm not positive, but he wanted to try those out. A couple of the green lift arms, and then this hub. So yeah, which is brand new. So yeah, we're going to get these all ready to be delivered tomorrow. I do have another order to pack up at this point that is not for somebody in the log, so I do need to get this done so I can get that taken care of. But that's what we got going on. Thank you very much. Hello, back again even later on Sunday, and I just pulled 2 more orders that had come in. This top one is fairly sizable. We got these new parts here, some round bricks and a round plate, some regular bricks, just pretty standard. They did get 5 of these black candles. That's kind of neat. And then over here, a lot of just standard pieces for the most part, and then we've got some Technic down below, along with some snot and some slopes and stuff. Nothing real special in this order. Next order, we'll change that a little bit. So over here, they only got 1 new piece, that 1 binocular piece. And over here, all the used pieces, all the gray is light gray, so that's interesting. And then they got this. This is, I believe, from the Islanders or Adventurers. And it's got a anti-stud there, and it's like $7. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And they also got a skeleton head. You can kind of see once I turn it there, and then a magnifying glass. Some tires, but otherwise simple. But my guess is that's why they came to the store. $7 part. And then they found some other stuff they needed as well. So we're going to get these 2 orders packed up and ready to go tomorrow. And then we're going to move on to the next task, which may be rest. We'll see. Thank you. Hello. We are on Monday now, and I just pulled a small order. These are the parts that they bought that were new. We got 4 of these motorcycle helmets here in black. I also got this like wizard's hat in blue with the white stars and moons and stuff. So that's kind of cool. And then 1 lime inverted dish. The inverted dish though is going to become a theme here because they also got a trans purple one, 5 of the metallic silver, and 1 chrome silver. So that's kind of fun. They also bought 3 different colors of these scorpions, dark red, trans neon green, and lime again. And then this 1 hat. There you go. So we're going to get this out, ready to go. I've got the lug meeting tonight, so I don't know that there's going to be a lot more stuff going on here tonight until later. but we'll come back and show you anything that we need to. Thank you. Hello. It is later on Monday. I'm back from the lug meeting, delivered the orders that were made, and I got back and lo and behold, I have an order for Bricks Rock. Lots of green and white and black pieces, a few others. There's some red, tan, yellow, but mostly just green, white, and black. Oh, and there's some blue back here too. So it's going to be kind of colorful, whatever it is they're working on. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I have an inkling, but I don't remember for sure. So we're going to have to get to that to them shortly. Not tonight, clearly. And I can't think of anything else. I did end up getting a couple things at the lug meeting. Somebody was selling some magnets and magnet parts. So I got 17 of the magnets and then a few of the different magnet accessories that they clip into as well. So that's kind of cool. And what else? Oh, and I did get another copy of this promo set from someone I bought. So I now have 3 of the Northern Lights diorama. So that's kind of cool. And tomorrow I might be getting some more stuff as well. So we'll see how that goes. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. And we'll come back with another update at some point. Thank you. Hello. It is Wednesday. And I have help here. They have been working on the quality control for the 1x4 plate that I did not finish up. I had started it just barely. So that's what's going on here. Over here, I just pulled 4 orders, and I actually have another one that I do have to pull. But I just wanted to pull the 4 at once because I didn't think I could do 5 at once. Maybe I could have, because this one here is a little bit lighter than I thought it was going to be. But that one's pretty heavy, and that one's decently heavy. So up here, all they got were these 2 pieces in new condition. Good piece there. And over here, a bit more of a smattering of different pieces in used, in addition to a bunch of different sand blue pieces. So that's kind of nice to see. They also got some sand green in a couple of parts, and then they got dark blue in a couple of parts. So a lot of interesting colors. Plus there's another dark green up here, and then they got the trans purple piece there. So there's a lot of color interest in that one. Over here, just a few smattering of standard pieces for new, and pretty much the same for used. Nothing real special. They also got that piece in white. But yeah, pretty much just standard everyday pieces. Down here, this is a very interesting order. So they got this large dish. It's a 10x10 dish in dark gray. These claw type arm hand things, whatever. 4 of those in the trans neon green. They got a black hose in here. That's kind of a neat piece. Some like utensil type stuff and a printed tile. They got one of the metallic silver helmets. I got a drawer full of those. I also got a pretzel, a couple of the flat silver 5-point crystals. I also got a 1x4 plate in yellowish green. So there you go. And of course they got this little slope in yellowish green. So there's a theme going on there. And this order, wow, this is definitely different. They bought me out of both colors of these small wheels. Didn't have a ton of either. They got these 2 interesting printed tiles with a little dragon on them, so that's kind of cool. They got 30 of these, and what this is on the sprue, 2 different throwing stars. So they actually got 60 throwing stars. Minecraft axes, all of the zombies I had, these 2 Minecraft figures, I only had 1 of each of those. They also bought all of the trans orange and trans dark blue projectiles that I had. 4 of these sharks with those particular style of eyes. And then 120 of the green 1x1 plates. And a bunch of these carrots with the stem on them. So that's kind of neat. I guess it's something that people do look for, is the completed carrot. So there you go. And then, of course, a couple of different wheel assemblies there. So we're going to get these 4 packed up. And then we're going to pull the 5th one. And we'll have this stuff ready to go out. As always, thank you, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. Hello, we are back again, and I have just pulled 2 more orders, because I had one come in while I was pulling the others. This is the order I already had down here, so lots of round pieces, and then this one here, it's just a minifigure, and I had his name on my head, but it is gone now. That is alright. Up here, this order is for somebody in the lug, and as you can see, they got a lot of mini doll parts. A couple of printed tiles down here. I believe this is Astro. And then they got some slopes, and then this other printed tile here. Over here, definitely some more interesting stuff over here. Arches and some bows. They bought all 15 of these I had in used condition. They got that print on them. That's a really nice piece. And then similar piece right here. It's a different type of slope, but it's got a different print on it, but it's really nice. Some printed pieces here, including the Ghostbusters one. That's kind of neat. And this house. I don't have any idea where that came from, but it's a really cool print. Some more mini doll pieces. They've got some animals as well over here, different types. And then down below, a bunch of minifigures and a couple of minifigs. A bunch of mini dolls and a couple of minifigs. So we got these 2 minifigs here and the rest are mini dolls. And I did notice that like 4 of the mini dolls are guys. And those are usually not as common. So it kind of makes sense that somebody might need some more of those to flesh out a scene. So these are the 2 orders we got going. We're going to get those packed up. And then we will come back with some sort of an update later. Thank you. Hello. It is later on Wednesday, and my help has left. We're going to talk about what they did, and then we'll talk about this order I just pulled, which is very simple. These 3 different slopes. They got 6 of this, 4 of this in dark blue, 2 of this also in dark blue, and then just this one printed tile, which I think went out with another one went out with an order just earlier today. It looks familiar. As far as what they did, they worked on the 1x4 plate, and it is all into the store already. All over here in various places. Some of it got added to existing locations. Some of it had to move around a little bit. But yeah, we got all the 1x plate. And you can see the free drawers are thinning out a little bit. But we're going to have some more to work on. Coming over here. And we overshot a little bit. So we've got drawers. With more parts. There's some 2x plate in some of these and some things. So we're going to be going through this to try to pull out some stuff that we're going to work on. There's a lot of slopes down through here. That's going to be a problem because they don't have a lot of room for slopes. So we'll probably have to expand that. But there is a whole bunch of stuff. There's rounds through here. Some other special pieces. We still have those 1x1 brick we'll leave there. There's some 2x2 and 2x3 I believe down there. There's also some 2x plate in here that we'll start working on as well. There's 2x3 in here, and I think this is 2x4. Yep, and I think this is 2x2. So 2x2, 2x3, 2x4, 2x6, longer than 2x6 wedges starts. So yeah, and then that one's empty. So yeah, we're getting there. We got some plants and stuff in here, along with another bag of miscellaneous large 2x plates. So yeah, we're just gonna keep moving along, and some of those, we can probably deal with those pretty quick. But yeah, we're going to keep plugging away at this, and we'll see how it all goes. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Thank you. Hello. It is again late on Wednesday. It is technically Thursday, but I have not gone to bed yet. And I had 2 more orders to pull. I think that brings me up to 7 for Wednesday, which is kind of impressive. The first order here is fairly large, not giant. Got this trans clear piece, so I have to remember to make sure I don't miss that. A couple of these pieces here, some arches. Arches are kind of common theme through here. And these long dark blue plates, they're probably 2x16, I don't recall offhand. And then some sand blue tiles, the 2x4s. Over here, they got 3 minifigures. More arches, some garbage cans, long blue bricks. A couple of Technic pieces, flags in the bright light yellow, or bright light orange I had 1, and then yellow I had 4 or 5 there. Some green dishes, this little sign here, and some eggs. Simple stuff. Down here, the only thing they got new was that gun, 3 of it. And then over here, they got that printed tile, or it's actually a sticker, I believe. This 5-point crystal. These old connector pieces with the fingers. This one slope, a couple of these, and a couple of those. That's it. I'm going to double check them, and then I will go ahead and get these packed up and ready to go. And that is about the size of it. As always, thank you, and we'll see you in the next clip. Hello, here we are back. It is Thursday. I have 2 orders to pull, and I've already pulled 1. This one is just these 3 Harry Potter figures. So yeah, we're going to get this shipped out. This will go out today. The other one's larger, may not go out today. I've had some other stuff going on today, so I haven't been able to start as quickly as I normally like. But we'll see. We'll give it a shot and see what we can come up with. As always, thank you. Hello, we are back again. And we just pulled this order here, and it is pretty easy to deal with. It is just these parts here. There's a number of them, but not too bad. And one new part, one new 1x4 tile in dark bluish gray. So yeah, nothing here is particularly special. There's some Technic, there's some basic bricks and plates, there's some slopes, one snot piece. There's really nothing special at all. So we're just going to get this packed up, and then we're going to get off to the post office so we can get everything there. And yeah, and then I do have help coming tonight. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be working on, but we have a couple ideas in my head. We'll see how it goes. Also, this I had this color chart up on top of the cart here, and it fell down, and these 4 pieces broke off. So yeah, I'm going to have to figure out something better than that, just putting it there on the cart. I mean, it wasn't terribly handy on the cart, but it's just where I stuck it, and it had been there for like 2 weeks. And I just turned the corner and pushed the cart over here at one point, and it just flooped down. So that's the way it goes. We'll get that taken care of. But as always, thank you, and we'll see you in the next clip. Hello, it is Friday, and here we are. I've just pulled 2 more orders that came in. This one here, just a few new items here. This one, I had 3, and so that's now in a drawer up here, waiting to get put into a onesie location. For used parts over here, a variety of things. They also have this piece here. It's a little hard to see. It's trans clear. It's a little stud with the bar underneath it. So yeah. And then a couple more of those bars there. The little stud shooter projectile things. Down here, they bought 2 of that jumper new. And then they bought 19 of the same jumper in used. At least I believe it's the same jumper. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is the one that's got the anti-stud on the bottom instead of just the gripper parts. And then they bought a bunch of them in white. That 1 bar element, and then I think 13 of those plates. So yeah, we've got these 2 orders. We've got to get those packed up and ready to go. And I'll have to head out to the post office at some point, but I got a couple hours before that. I do have to take care of these 2 items here because they are onesie or twosie items that need to get moved, and we'll take care of that. As always, thank you. Hello. It is later on Friday, and I realized right now, just a moment or 2 ago, that I forgot to upload any video for this week, so it'll probably have to go up tomorrow. I did have another order come in, and so right here we've got some new pieces. Dark purple is a common piece in this whole order. Those are the ones they ordered that were new, and this is the used items. As you can see, there's a number of dark purple pieces through there. Interestingly enough, they ordered 3 of these dark purple jumpers, but one of them on the right there has the solid stud type thing on the bottom, or anti-stud, and then these have just the kind of like the gripper area. So those are different. They were actually different lots, but I put them together. They got those 3 heads and then a sock. So yeah, we're going to get this order packed up and ready to go. Probably put it in a mailbox because it's, you know, Saturday tomorrow. But that's what we've got going on. I have not worked on anything else in the store. I've been doing some other running around. I did some shopping, and stopped over at Bricks Rock for a little while. As always, thank you. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. Hello. So this is going to be the last section of this particular vlog. And I just realized that, so earlier in the vlog, I had something out, and it was visible. And it was a fairly rare and expensive set that I did end up picking up during this week. And so let's see if anybody can find it. See if it can be found, if you noticed it already and you're seeing this and going, oh yeah, I saw it. And we'll talk about it in the next vlog if we don't hear too much from it. So there you go, little Easter egg, so to speak, through the video. Thank you.